Hello guys, today I'm doing a podcast about 100% body confidence. Now, the reason I'm doing it and I'm not wearing any makeup or anything like this is because I've been meaning to do this podcast for ages and I've kept putting it off because I keep thinking, oh, I must wear all makeup, I must look good because I'm going to do a podcast about 100% body confidence. And then I thought that's really silly because basically I'm putting off doing it because I'm not feeling 100% confident. So I thought the best thing to do was just get on and do it. So, first of all, why am I doing a podcast about 100% body confidence? What does it actually mean? Now, I don't know if it's just my preferences on the internet, but whenever I go online, I get so many things sent to me about losing weight and looking good and having the perfect body and all that kind of stuff. And, there's a lot of stuff. And for me, I would say that my whole life I've not really been that confident in terms of my body. Probably because most of my life you would probably have classed me as overweight. And even when I was a normal weight, like most people, if you look at pictures, advertising things like that, you would think you were very overweight compared to the images that are everywhere. So I think the thing is one of the things I thought when I was younger was, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to enjoy myself. I'm going to focus on actually being a nice person, which I thought was a very nice way of, looking at things. Rather than getting hung up on, do I weigh a bit too much? Is my hair like this? Actually maybe look at, how I'm actually behaving and focus on that. And, I think that's quite a nice way to be, because I don't think that it's very healthy to, I often talk about things being holistic, mind, body and spirit. So I think there's a nice balance on working all aspects of that instead of just focusing on one side. And I'd say the same if you think, if you focus everything on your mind, if you're always studying or doing something cerebral, you can't ignore your body in the same way, because at a certain point, either it's going to backfire on you. And basically, we're everything, aren't we? We're mind, body, spirit. But I would say that in terms of, being comfortable and feeling confident in my body, it's actually really challenged me when I started working in fitness. As I guess that seems quite natural, really, that when you start working in fitness, you start thinking, everyone's asking me this stuff. People keep coming to me with their own issues about their bodies. And a lot of time I sort of feel, well, maybe I should have like a policy. Maybe I should have, and I should know exactly how much I'm supposed to weigh, and is this right? Like, is this muscle toned enough, or should I tone up some more? And I should have my own targets. And certainly every time I've been to like a big event, I often go in feeling, really nervous. And actually the biggest part of being nervous is usually, do I look all right? Am I going to fit in physically with the other people? And every time I've done that, I've gone in and thought, you know what? I am part of a big group and I absolutely fit in. And I always feel a bit silly afterwards, like, why do I keep worrying about this kind of thing? But again, I think part of me has often thought, well, I should have some kind of target, some kind of goal. And I decided to get rid of that and focus on the 100% body confidence, because I look around and I think, what do I want to give? What do I want to give to the people in my class, to my family, to the people who I'm basically an influence on, including my nieces and nephews. And, at the end of the day, it's about having body confidence. Because when you feel good in your body, when you feel great in your body, good things happen. And usually I find when you can let go of your hang-ups about your body, either you just forget about them or they resolve themselves. I have a really nice big scar, and I think I was quite self-conscious about it for a couple of years. And then since I've become less self-conscious about it, I really don't notice it. And in fact, I feel more proud of it than anything else, because it's a scar when I gave my brother a kidney. So when people ask me about it, it's like, oh, this is quite a good thing, really. It's not, it's nothing to be ashamed of. And I think, it's the same thing with a lot of scars that you might have in your body. However they've come about, they're part of you, part of your life, part of who you are. So there's no point in feeling less confident because of those scars or marks or birthmarks or injuries, because they're just part of who we are. But the other thing I said about 100% body confidence is, and this is really important, and I'm going to explain this to you as well, is that one of the things that we need to learn is that we are absolutely perfect. We have a perfect body. Right now, right now. You don't have to lose this much weight to have a perfect body. You don't have to tone this up to have a perfect, because right now, right here, you are perfect. Okay, and the reason I know that you're perfect is because you're alive. Because your body is working. It might not be working exactly as you want it to. You know, you might have a few aches and pains and things like that. But right now, you are absolutely perfect. And you don't have to fix anything or change anything to be perfect, because you're already there. And I'm saying that as a fitness instructor. And one of the things I've learned is when you try and incentivize people, when you try and motivate, inspire people, you can do it one of two ways. You can motivate people with love, or you can motivate people with fear. And the fear that a lot of people in advertising, marketing and things like that is to say, you need to do this, you must have this, you must have this. Because if you don't have this, then it's, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth, I'm not going to say it, but there is a lot of fear. And I think that's one of the important things we can look at and say, you know, this thing that's coming at me, is it love or is it fear? And when I turn around to you and I say, you're perfect, you look amazing, that's love, isn't it? Because, and I think that, you know, a lot of us may have hang-ups on our body because of the people around us may say certain things about us. And you may have been brought up with somebody telling you you're beautiful, you're lovely, you're wonderful. Or you may have been brought up with somebody telling you, oh, you know, you need to fix your hair, you need to look a certain way. And really most of that stuff unfortunately comes from other people's hang-ups. So if somebody is saying to you something about your appearance, your weight, your body, think about, is that actually about you? Is that about you or somebody else? Anyway, I've got an exercise that we're going to use to help you develop that sense of body confidence. And it's a really nice one. It's kind of a yoga one. I actually did this in my very first yoga class. I had a wonderful instructor who was French, but he spoke a little bit of English. So when we did this exercise, he spoke mainly in French with a little bit of English. And it was a wonderful studio that he sort of like candle lit. And it's one I've used a lot. And it's also very good if you have difficulty sleeping as well. So what we're going to do is, now you can be set up, you can, however you feel comfortable. But I would recommend this is a great one to do lying down, feeling very relaxed. And you start with a yogic breathing, which is just breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And this is the same kind of breathing you'll often be asked to do 3 times before you start a massage in a lot of places. So if we've done 1, now breathe in and out, and 1 more, in and out. Okay, so you can close your eyes if you want to. And what I'd like you to do is we're going to focus and really go around looking at every part of your body. And so, for example, what we're going to do is, if you close your eyes and first of all imagine all the blood pumping around your body and that incredible circulation system that you have, where everything is being circulated in your body. All the blood is going from your heart, and your incredible heart is beating and sending that amazing blood all around your body to all the parts of it that need it. And think about how strong your heart is, how amazing that heart is, that it keeps pumping all the time, sending that blood all the way around your body, giving all the nutrients to every part of your body that needs it. And how amazing that heart is, and how amazing that is. And then follow the blood around your body. So it might be coming up. Imagine your lungs, your beautiful lungs, these incredible big organs, and what they do, and how the blood goes into your lungs, and it takes the oxygen that you're breathing in. So when you breathe in, all that lovely air filling up your lungs and being absorbed into your blood and being circulated all the way around to all the parts of your body. And those amazing lungs, and how they allow you to breathe and to sing and to shout, and those fantastic lungs and all the tiny little, I forget what they're called now, parts of your lungs, where the blood will circulate and the oxygen goes into them, how beautiful and how intricate and how special those lungs are. And follow your blood around, follow the circulation. So you could go up to your throat and think about how amazing it is. You've got this sophisticated system here that allows you to breathe and also to eat as well, and to drink, and all those amazing things that your throat may do just automatically to enable you to do all those wonderful things. And And as you can see, we can work all the way around your body, looking at each part of your body and how incredible and how amazing it is. And one of the things I particularly like is when we get to places like your hands, and you can think about how incredible your hands are. They're so strong, and all the different things they can do. Now, you may have to adjust this because you may have some problems with your hands. You may not have a hand or hands. So really think about, this is an exercise where you're going around and you're really mentally caressing every part of your body and focusing every single part of your body, no matter, it's a beautiful thing. Everything in your body is beautiful. So your toenails, your fingernails, even those scars. If you have a scar, focus on that scar and how special that has been. Maybe you've got a scar from having children. Think about the preciousness of that and what's gone on there. And really focus on sorry about the noise out there. Somebody's starting to do building work again. This is my house. There's always building work going on. But focus on each aspect of your body and how special it is, whether it's your toenails, your ankles, your incredible legs and what they do. And when you start to feel that you may be losing your body confidence, you can go back. And every time you do this, whether you do this when you go to bed or when you have a little rest, even if you're sitting on the train, think about all those incredible parts of your body, this incredible system that you have that keeps you alive and all the incredible things it does. And when you start to focus on the important things and the power of all of that, then I think it's much easier to let go of these distractions, really, these sort of ideas that we should all look a certain way, we should all look a particular way, because we all look different. And one of the most special things about our bodies and our faces and our personalities and our who we are, our mind, body, spirit, is we are so unique. We are amazing. And why should we try and look like anybody else? There's a lot of standardization. We want to have in certain societies, certain parts of society, people think you have to look a certain way. And, it's very nice when you have some aspect of you that people compliment you on. And, I get a lot of compliments about my eyes, which is really nice. It's very sweet. I didn't make them. They were given to me. They were a present. So it's nice to have a compliment. But again, it's, this is something that the things that we have, if we, somebody compliments you on your eyes, it's like, yeah, somebody gave them to me and I have pretty ears. Somebody told me, it's a strange compliment, but I kind of had that a few times. So, okay, maybe I've got some pretty ears. Who knew? I don't really spend a lot of time looking at my ears. Having said that, I spent a lot of time looking at my nose. And I know there were times in my life when I got really hung up on how I didn't like my nose, and you think, well, that's okay, it doesn't all have to be perfect. But if I went and made my nose the same as everybody else, I start to look like everybody else, and I quite like having my own nose. And if we start to make everybody's eyes are perfect and this and that, we've got these wonderful unique bodies. Why would we want to change that? This is something so special that with the millions and millions and millions of people in the world, that we have this very special, unique DNA that makes us very, very different. As we get older as well, we become more unique, because even if somebody looked quite a lot like me, they're very unlikely to have a scar here or a scar here, or, so everything about us is so perfect. And it's nice telling you this because it reminds me and it makes me think about how everything is perfect. And it's a lovely way to feel, and a lovely, lovely thing, a lovely gift to give to you guys. So it's an early Christmas present from me. And I really, really hope that you can focus on that and how wonderful and perfect you are. And also remember that by having 100% body confidence, it means never letting a worry about how you look hold you back in life. Because I know so many people who've told me they will come to class when they feel fit, when they lose some weight. People who want to go to a spa but are scared because they're worried about, everyone else in the spa is going to be really beautiful and wear tiny skin-tight bikinis and things like that. I tell you from going to all these fitness classes and things like that, people of every shape and size go there. And you should never feel that you're going to look out of place. But the other thing is to remember that you are perfect and you belong anywhere you choose to go. You do. Don't ever, ever let feeling a different size or shape hold you back, because maybe you might go somewhere and people might not be ready for you yet. But if you think about all the most amazing, beautiful supermodels, a lot of them just look very different. And it's the differences, it's the uniqueness that actually makes people want to look at them. And, let's just enjoy who we are. And as I say, never let it hold you back. Never be afraid to go out, come to class, go anywhere. If you honestly go somewhere and people are mean to you because of how you look, that's not a club you want to be part of anyway. Okay? And that's them. That's their fear, their problem. Let it go. It's not about you. It's their fear. And they'll learn, in their own time. They will get to a place where they will let that go. And right now it's just going from you. And remember, if you go somewhere, never let it hold you back. Go wherever you want to go. And you probably find when you get there, like I do, when I go to these places, that what on earth was I worried about? What on earth was I worried about? So I wish you 100% body confidence. I wish you great joy in your body. It's the most amazing gift that any of us will ever have. And see you soon. Bye. Ooh, I switch it off.